your mom? Wyatt? Again? The doctor said you could have some painkillers if you want.
She said it was a boy.
I asked you a question. Look at you. You're shaking.
I'm not. I'm just cold. I'm just cold.
It's not even cold. What's gotten you into this state?
I don't know how things happened. I honestly don't.
Okay, Mom, we really need to have like a conversation right now, a two-way street. There's some really big things that we have to talk about. And pretending that you don't hear me right now is not gonna make me go away. You saw Liam, you saw Hope. What, together?
Not at first.
Okay, so what came first? Look, I'm not gonna be angry with you. You did something. Let's just acknowledge that. Was it an argument? I won't be shattered to hear it, Mom. I'm your son, and I love you, and this isn't the first time. So what? What is it this time?
Yeah. How do you even get in the elevator? Fine. I guess he's an in-law now.
I need a minute of your time.
Why is it you people who don't work think that minutes grow on trees?
Can we not do this today? I mean, just for today. Please.
All right. What's on your mind, convict? Deacon.
I think your son, Wyatt, needs some fatherly advice.
Because he won't listen to anything you have to say?
Gotta try again. Bill, how do we handle problems within the family?
I can't force Wyatt to like you. You're sleeping with his mother. Secrets have a short shelf life between us.
This isn't about me. Wyatt's presenting Quinn with a restraining order.
Right. It was my idea. There are problems within the family. And then there's Quinn.
Quinn and I had a really good talk before Wyatt showed up with the papers. And she promised to give Hope the space she needs.
Is she? Then the restraining order shouldn't be a problem, should it?
Don't you think it's just a little bit harsh? I mean, telling the woman she has to stay 500 feet away from her kid and her grandkid?
This is what I think. Quinn has to show your daughter and my son and me that there is some kind of boundary that she will respect. Because as soon as somebody says, no, stop, don't do it, none, nada, Quinn agrees, and then she goes about sneaking around, doing exactly what she said she wouldn't do, and inevitably gets busted.
Okay, Bill. What if Katie said to you, you couldn't see your son? What? Did that happen? How'd that make you feel?
I'm so sorry for your loss, Hope.
What happened?
The trauma from your fall separated your placenta from the uterine lining, and that cut off the oxygen to your fetus.
To my son?
Yes. not all the tissue was expelled, so we'll need to do a DNC. It's a local anesthetic, less than a half an hour. The nurse will be in to prep you.
Doctor. I think Hope might have another question.
I see nothing to prevent you from conceiving again.
Thank you.
Mom, something's not right. Are you in shock?
Maybe I am.
Fine. You know what? Don't talk to me. I'm gonna go find Liam and have him clue me in then.
No, don't look for him now.
Why not? Mom, I don't want to leave you like this, but I have to get home as soon as we discuss something. It's a restraining order.
Patience. Maybe that's a word you should try out on Quinn.
I've got a word for your son. Fairness.
Oh, no, if we're talking about fairness, then Quinn would be in prison. And you two could be cellmates and have conjugal visits morning, noon, and night.
It's a big joke for you, isn't it? I mean, anything that happens to a non-billionaire is just a fair game source of amusement for you, isn't it?
Deacon, why are you coming to me to solve Quinn's problems? I mean, I realize you're trying to be the good boyfriend, and I can even respect that. But why don't you go talk to your daughter? She's the one putting up the barricades, and we both know she is justified in doing so. Of course, I'm answering my own question. And that's why you can't talk to Hope or Wyatt, because he has to respect his wife's wishes. So I guess it all comes back around to Quinn. She's the only one who can fix this, and the only way she's going to do that is by showing that she can take no for an answer.
Okay, fine, but why does it have to be this no? Why does it have to be no to everything that means something in her life?
I just told you that Wyatt has to respect his wife's wishes and her fears. Hope can't be walking around in a state of agitation. That's not good for her, and that's not good for the baby in her belly. Now, if Quinn can do what we just talked about and behave herself, then Wyatt can go to Hope and say, hey, can we take another look at this?
That's unbelievable. He just made sense. I mean, the woman does live for being a grandmother now.
And she'll be one, if she can abide by the restraining order.
Thought that might have been the transport person.
Why can't they just do it here?
Equipment, space, I don't know. You numb yet? Are you sure you want to do this awake?
Well, I thought I'd have a lifetime, so if this is all I get, then yeah, I want to be awake.
Hey, no, careful. Don't do that.
What is
Don't.
this? Why do I
it's
have
in case
this?
you need blood. You need that.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I've gone about so many things the wrong way.
It's an accident. A trip.
Too many accidents I could have prevented.
You want things to go a certain way. I know, and then they don't, and it breaks your heart. And you don't know if you're gonna make it through. You don't know if you're ever gonna be yourself again. And then you look up, and somebody who loves you is watching. Somebody who's been the guardian of the you that you thought you lost. You've been that for me. Let it be my turn.
Do you want to read it? It's pretty standard. You are ordered not to come within 500 feet of Hope, my home, or my baby. And I know this is hurtful, and it's the last thing that you wanted. Trust me, it is the last thing that I wanted too, Mom. But I have to think about Hope and my child. I have to. It's not good for Hope to be in a constant state of tension, wondering what the hell you're gonna do next. And it's not good for the baby either. You can understand that, can't you? Mom, look, it doesn't have to be forever. Once the baby is born, I want her to see you the same way I do.
I went to her mother's house. What? Just to talk to her. I thought she would be happy with what I had to say.
Is she still there at Brooke's house?
She was so angry. So I thought maybe if we went outside and there was this little waterfall near the stairs in the back.
In Brooke's yard, it's not just a little staircase, Mom.
I was leaving. I couldn't get through to her, so I thought, what was the point? And then all those stairs, I never touched her, Wyatt. I swear to you, I never touched her.
You know, I honestly didn't think it would be possible to have a reasonable conversation with Bill Spencer, but I may have just done that. It's unbelievable. What? Huh. So I had to go with Wyatt. He was here when I got here, and, you know, I said to him, I mean, don't you think this is a little extreme? I mean, and I told him that you were willing to back off, and he didn't want to hear it. You know, and I said, why go with the nuclear option? You know, what about steps in between that we haven't tried? Like maybe, you know, like a visitation schedule? I mean, that could be good. You could follow that, right? I could help you do that, and he wasn't having it. So I went to go talk to his old man, and you know, funny thing about that, guess whose brainstorm it was to come up with a court order? But here's the interesting thing. Bill actually made a really good point. I mean, he said, just think of this as a temporary measure. You know, just until you're able to convince everybody that you're not a threat to our grandchild.
Maybe too late for that.
What are you talking about? Kid isn't even born.
Hey. How you feeling? Doctor said everything went great. They're gonna keep you here a couple more hours. Make sure you're okay. Make sure the bleeding stops. You know, do you want to keep resting?
Yeah, I just want a little while before I have to see anybody. Do you have to go?
When have I ever had to be away from you? I'm so sorry. Is she, they're gonna send her home soon.
Okay. Hi, my husband. The doctor You had a son. We had a son.
It's okay. As long as you're okay, we can always. We can.
Something happened.
Wyatt would call if there were good news.
Quinn, I don't like to be scared, and this is scaring the hell out of me.
You? I am scared out of my mind. All I ever wanted was to be part of this child's life. This is not my fault.
What isn't your fault? Did something happen to Hope?
Don't yell at me.
Listen to me, we are talking about my daughter. You start making sense now.
She fell.
What does that mean?
Could happen to anyone. I mean, why would Brooke build something like that on her property anyway?
Build something like what?
Well, it's so dangerous. All those stairs and the water.
What? That's where Hope
I
fell?
would never lay a hand on her. You know that, right?
You were there.
I wanted her to know that I was gonna back off and that I was
Why?
gonna give her.
Why would you? It doesn't matter why. Where is she right now?
Liam took her to the hospital.
Is she okay?
I don't know. How would I know?
Why didn't you call?
What would I even say? Who would talk to me?
What about the baby?
I don't know.
You weren't there.
I
Is
don't
there any reason to
know.
think?
I don't know. I don't know. Hope was holding her stomach. She was in pain.
No.
It didn't look good. And
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know what would happen.
No.
Wait. Don't go. You brought her here?
Yes.
Did you see her fall?
No.
Liam, you gotta tell me, did my mother have anything?
No. Wyatt. Quinn just came over wanting to talk. I wanted her gone. Obviously, I wanted her off the property. She didn't listen. She walked out into the garden, and I got upset, and I followed her. And as she was leaving, that's when I lost my balance. My shoe just got caught, and she had nothing to do with it. It's my fault.
Hope, stop.
It's completely my fault.
Stop
because
it.
I had
Hope, stop.
and our boy would
Just stop.